What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. Before we get into anything today, I do want to remind you guys that we are going to be live tonight, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to watch the third game of this Red Sox Guardians series together. If you haven't been to one of these live streams yet, they are a ton of fun and I highly recommend coming by. If you've already been, I'm excited to see you guys back. Again, that is tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to watch the third game of this Red Sox Guardians series. Anyways, everyone everywhere, including on this channel here, has been talking about how the Red Sox should approach the trade deadline. They've been talking about what type of candidates could be on the chopping block for the Red Sox, including names like Eovaldi, JD, and of course Xander Bogaerts. Well, we got some news out of the Red Sox camp yesterday, both from Chaim Bloom and Sam Kennedy, that stated that the Red Sox were not planning on trading Xander Bogaerts or Rafael Devers, which is good news, right? Those are probably our two best players, but that means that there are going to be other players more than likely on the chopping block. And one of those guys that has a very likely chance of ending up on the trading block is Christian Vázquez. And that's who we're talking about today. We are going to talk about the likelihood that the Red Sox trade Christian Vázquez. And if they do make that trade, what would the Red Sox look like going forward? But before we get into that, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys are hitting the like button on this video as well. It helps it out a ton and would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. Christian Vázquez has been the Red Sox starting catcher a little bit on and off since 2014. Now, for the most part, Christian Vázquez is a defensive forward catcher, but he does have some pop, and his best overall offensive year was in 2019. This year, however, he's adding a little bit more offense to his game. It is probably his second best statistical season offensively so far. This year, he's hitting .277 with a .431 slug, an OPS plus of 106. He has 8 home runs and 40 RBIs. But that's not what everyone has been focused on with Christian Vázquez at the plate this year. What everyone's been focused on is his knack for timely hit. It seems that in any big moment when Christian Vázquez comes up to the plate, he's not making an out, or if he is, it is a productive out. Now, Christian Vázquez is also on a 1-year deal, and the Red Sox don't seem too keen on extending Christian Vázquez, as over the offseason, it became public that they were looking at signing Jacob Stallings, another catcher option, before they ended up giving Christian Vázquez a 1-year deal. So all of those things combined make him a pretty likely candidate to be traded for the Red Sox. Now, the question becomes, with that information, is it likely that the Red Sox are going to trade him, and what would it mean for the Red Sox if they did? And this is something that is kind of tearing me up here, because I don't really know what side I land on. On one side, yes, it is likely that the Red Sox put him on the trading block, especially because it is public that they didn't really want him as the starting catcher for the Red Sox at the beginning of the year anyways. You talk about the Jacob Stallings stuff. You talk about the fact that they only offered him a 1-year deal. It's stuff like that that lead me to believe that if the Red Sox got the opportunity and a team came in and said, hey, we want a veteran leader in a clubhouse, a guy who has experience in playoffs, a guy who has experience catching big games. We want a guy who's got a little bit of a clutch gene in him, a guy who can get big timely hits when he needs to, but a guy that isn't going to cost an arm and a leg. Christian Vázquez is that guy, and I don't think the Red Sox would hesitate too much to pull that trigger, especially if the Red Sox are 5, 6, 7 games out of a wild card spot come the trade deadline. And that could be good, right? If the Red Sox are retooling and they decide that, hey, we're going to start getting rid of guys, you're avoiding the big guys, Xander and Devers, while also retooling and allowing your farm system to grow up and hopefully get some MLB ready prospects. But at the same time, here's where I get torn, because trading Christian Vázquez would mean another position with a power struggle in it. What I'm talking about is right now the Red Sox don't really have a set plan for their outfield. They don't really have a set plan for first base right now. They don't really have a set plan for their ace of the team. We've got Nate Eovaldi, who's up in question. You've got Chris Sale, who's been injured, and we don't know what his status is. You don't have an exact plan for DH when JD leaves. So you've got a ton of different power struggles going on with the Red Sox right now. Trading Christian Vázquez could add to that power struggle and really not point us in a direction either way. If you think about it, right, if Christian Vázquez goes, your obvious immediate solution would be to have Kevin Plawecki catch every single game. Now, I love Kevin Plawecki. He's a great guy. He's had a ton of really big moments for the Red Sox, and he's come up with some really big stuff, the home run card, dancing on my own, stuff like that. But at the same time, he is hitting 150 and is not great defensively, and it's really not a guy that I could see the Red Sox putting their faith in every single day. Now, your other options at catcher, if Christian Vázquez does get traded, are Connor Wong, who I personally haven't seen enough to say that yes, I want Connor Wong to be my everyday starting catcher. A bench utility catcher, yes, that is very valuable. A guy who is good defensively at the catcher position and can play first, second, and third, I believe. That is an extremely valuable trait, but to be an everyday catcher for the Boston Red Sox, you need a little bit more than that, in my opinion. You've also got Ronaldo Hernandez, who has been great offensively his entire minor league career and has been absolutely tearing it up in AAA this week. So it's a bat for sure and would definitely come in and solve the power issue, hopefully the timely hits issue that you would have with Christian Vázquez leaving, but he's not great defensively, so you're also giving that up as well. So in my opinion, I don't really know where I stand on this. I do think the Red Sox are very likely to trade Christian Vázquez, but I don't know if I want them to or not. I'm extremely torn. You've got on one hand a pretty decent haul for Christian Vázquez, especially if it's a team like, there are a lot of teams who could probably go out and want to have Christian Vázquez on their team, especially if they're planning on making a playoff run. But at the same time, I don't know how this will affect the Red Sox, and I don't think it's in a good way. So I can't exactly answer the question, should the Red Sox trade Christian Vázquez, which is why I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know where you stand on this issue. Would you trade Christian Vázquez or would you keep Christian Vázquez? Which side are you on? Let me know all your thoughts down below. As always, if you've made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said at the beginning, if you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys are hitting the like button on these videos as well. Helps it out a ton, would mean a lot to me. And finally, if you guys could share this with a friend or family member who loves the Red Sox as much as you do, that would mean a lot too. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seats.